From the PEP Radio Newsroom, these are the stories we are following at this hour. A judge is considering ending an agreement on protecting detained children. A federal judge is hearing a Trump administration request to end a nearly 3 decades-old policy on ensuring safe conditions for child detainees. The policy limits how long immigrant children can be held, requires safe and sanitary conditions, and allows third-party inspections to ensure compliance. The Trump administration says substantial improvements since 1997 make this oversight unnecessary. Advocates for immigrant children submitted firsthand accounts from family detention centers describing adults fighting children for clean water, despondent toddlers, health care being denied, and some kids kept for 20 days behind bars. If U.S. District Judge Dolly Gee in Los Angeles terminates the settlement, after Friday's hearing, the Trump administration's expanding detention system would be closed to third-party inspections. Advocacy groups are suing the Justice Department and FBI for access to the Jeffrey Epstein records. An advocacy group sued the Justice Department and the FBI on Friday for records detailing the handling of the sex trafficking investigation into Jeffrey Epstein. The legal organization Democracy Forward is seeking records related to senior administration officials' communication about Epstein documents and any regarding correspondence between Epstein and Trump. The lawsuit filed in federal court in Washington appears to be the first of its kind. The group says it submitted requests under the Freedom of Information Act for the records related to communications about the case in late July that have not yet been fulfilled. The court should intervene urgently to ensure the public has access to the information they need about this extraordinary situation, said Sky Perryman, the president and CEO of the Democratic Aligned Group, in a statement. The Trump tax on endowments has already affected the wealthiest of universities. The tax increase in Trump's signature spending bill takes effect next year, but Harvard, Yale, and Stanford are already citing having to pay hundreds of millions more in taxes as another reason for layoffs and hiring freezes as they navigate reductions in research grants and other Trump threats to funding. Colleges say having to pay much more in taxes could lead to less financial aid for lower income students. About a dozen universities fit the new tax parameters, according to an Associated Press analysis of data from the National Association of College and University Business Officers. The 8% rate applies to Harvard, Yale, Stanford, Princeton, and the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. The 4% rate applies to Notre Dame, Dartmouth College, Rice University, the University of Pennsylvania, Washington University in St. Louis, and Vanderbilt University. A federal judge in Maryland late Thursday ruled President Donald Trump's administration cannot withhold citizenship from children born to people in the country illegally or temporarily, issuing the fourth such court decision blocking the president's birthright citizenship order nationwide since a key U.S. Supreme Court ruling in June. U.S. District Judge Deborah Boardman's preliminary injunction was expected after the judge said last month she would issue such an order if the case were returned to her by an appeals court. The Fourth U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals sent the case back to her in late July. Since June, two other district courts, as well as an appellate panel of judges, that would be the Ninth U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals, have also blocked the birthright order nationwide. And finally, this news from Pennsylvania. Two Pennsylvania State Police troopers are stable after they were shot Thursday morning in Susquehanna County, officials said. Pennsylvania State Trooper Rob Urban confirmed to CBS News that the suspect died and both troopers were flown to local hospitals. Trooper Joseph Perchensky and William Jenkins were each shot twice and airlifted to hospitals but are in stable condition, according to state police. Pennsylvania State Police Commissioner Colonel Christopher Paris is referring to this incident as an ambush. The shooter, who police identified as 61-year-old Carmine Fano, shot and killed 57-year-old Lori Wasco outside her home before police responded to the scene. He lived at a nearby address on State Route 171, that is several hundred yards away, police said. The suspect was armed with a rifle and refused to comply with commands, state police said in a statement Thursday afternoon. The suspect was shot and killed by police, and there is no threat to the public, again, according to the police. Police said the shooting occurred on State Route 171 in Thompson Township, Susquehanna County, about 40 miles north of Scranton. In a press conference, Governor Josh Shapiro announced that he is visiting Trooper Jenkins today. That's the news at this hour. From Tuesday, August 12th through Friday, August 15th, Pennsylvania Equality Project and PEP Radio will be participating in Crawford Gives Days, our only major fundraising event for the year to help us offset our costs. Visit paequality.com for details. Up next, we have the Meadville area weather forecast here on PEP Radio.